I was tied up on the beach. I gave it a shove, and the wooden stake came out of the ground. That's when I realized the ground was covered with little dwarves. One of the dwarves threw a spear, the size of a toothpick, at me. I cried out in pain. Next, the little people threw a hook that caught my clothes. They gave it a hard yank. I fell to the ground and passed out. When I woke up, I found myself tied to a chariot. As we drove through the city, all the little people gathered around. We arrived at the palace gates. The little people turned a wheel, and I was hoisted upright. Then I was hooked into a machine, reduced to a tool for the dwarves' labor. Suddenly, the enemy army invaded the palace. The alarm went off. The general gripped the steering wheel, forcing me to race toward the palace. But I was clumsy and utterly exhausted. I collapsed to my knees. The palace was on fire, and I saw the king trapped inside. In a moment of desperation, I made a bold decision. The guards covered the princess's eyes. Yellow liquid spurted out, dousing the flame. Even the king was no exception. The general witnessed the scene. He tried to stop me, but as I turned around, the general was also extinguished. Fortunately, the king was deeply grateful to me. Suddenly, the enemy fleet surrounded the country with overwhelming force. I stepped forward, took off my clothes, and walked toward the sea. But I didn't attack them. I tried to persuade them. Yet with a single wave of their hands, hundreds of warships opened fire on me simultaneously. Not only was I not knocked down, but I caused the cannonballs to ricochet back and strike the enemy ships. Then, I reached out, dipped my hand into the sea, grabbed all the anchors, easily defeating the enemy forces. The king applauded and thanked me for driving away their enemies. I became a hero to everyone. But this aroused the general's jealousy. He went to the enemy country, used their technology, and created an unprecedented ultimate weapon, a terrifying robot. The general issued a threat to me. Ridiculous, I'm a giant, but the next second, the robot suddenly transformed. In the blink of an eye, it grew taller than me. Terrified, I turned and ran, but the general grabbed my pants and hoisted me into the air. I begged for mercy and surrendered to him. The people were disappointed. I was tied to a ship and cast away to a deserted island. As soon as I arrived, I was captured by a cup.